So welcome back to the channel. I'm Austin Moore with Remax United in the Austin Moore Group. Today, we are going to discuss some major changes that are taking place in the Jackson County, Missouri market and also the Johnson County, Missouri market with the latest updates coming in June of this year. We're going to analyze the numbers a little bit, break it down. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. And let's dive in. So first, let's look at Johnson County, Missouri. So when we look at Johnson County, Missouri, some things that we are seeing currently is we are seeing an increase in home sales. We're also seeing an increase in average sales price. But along with that, what we are also seeing is a pretty decent sized increase in inventory. And when you see these increases in inventory, typically what comes along with that eventually, so maybe down the road, maybe fourth quarter of this year, or maybe even first quarter of next year, with the increases in inventory, I think that we can expect to see some major changes on the sales price front. So when we look at the inventory for June of last year, it was 147 homes for sale in Johnson County. Compared to this year, it's increased to 169 homes for sale. So even with that increase, though, we've seen an increase in average sales price. Long term, whether that will continue to happen, it's very unlikely because you have more homes on the market. There's more for buyers to choose from, which can cause homes to sit for longer. And then when they sit for longer, we switch to a buyer's market and buyers are able to negotiate those sales prices down a little bit. So then when we dive into the inventory and then also the supply is a word that appraisers use pretty often. We've seen an increase in supply from 2.5 months to 2.8 months. And what supply is referring to is it's referring to if no new homes hit the market at all and all of the homes that are on the market sold, how long would it take them to sell at the current market pace? And right now that's at 2.8 months. So that is increasing. And with that increasing, again, over time, we should see prices start to settle, maybe come down a little bit because buyers have more to choose from. So in summary, Johnson County, Missouri is really not doing what you would expect it to do whenever you have increased inventory by 15%. And then whenever you have increased supply, you should see an adjustment in average sales price. Well, average sales price has continued to go up even with those factors. So with that, we'll wrap up Johnson County and we'll move on to Jackson County. So the numbers in Jackson County are not as dramatic as what we see in Johnson County at all. But we are still seeing an increase in inventory. So inventory is up about 6% from 2024 last year. And so when you see that increase in inventory, also the supply is up from 2.4 to 2.5. We went over that earlier and what that means in regards to if no new homes hit the market, that's how long it would take all of the homes on the market to sell at their current market pace. So with that, we are still seeing an increase in average sales price in Jackson County as well. Closed sales are up. Average sales price is up. Days on market is actually down. So these things don't make a whole lot of sense at this point in time. And I think that what we see right now isn't necessarily a picture of what we're going to see in the future. I would say that maybe in fourth quarter or first quarter of the upcoming year, we could definitely see an adjustment in average sales price because home buyers, they just have so much more to choose from now than they did before. So if you're a home buyer or a home seller, what does all of this mean at this point? Well, it means that things haven't changed a ton yet, but that they could possibly be on their way there. Anytime you see a 15% increase in inventory in a county, I think that we can all agree that at some point that is going to have an effect. Even if it's not as huge in Jackson County was just a 6% increase. I think that we can expect to see a shift or small shift at some point from that seller's market to a buyer's market. So wrapping things up here, in summary, Jackson and Johnson County, I think that we are eventually going to be shifting from that seller's market to a buyer's market. But if you're a buyer at this point in time, just hang in there. You know, hopefully over the next few months, you'll be able to negotiate a little bit more. Home sellers, you might even have started to see a little bit of a slowdown in how quickly your home is going under contract or how many showings that you're getting. But there are definitely some changes taking place. They're just not as large as they could possibly be in the near future. So with that, feel free to like this video, comment, share the video with your friends and family, and subscribe for more video content like this. I'll have new videos almost every week, and hope you guys have a good one. Take care.